that the ecosystem is
So
resilient.
ecosystems are resilient, correct?
Not if the fracking is scaled to a degree in which they can't be.
So what is that scale? You have not provided a break. How much do we have to increase our fracking? How much do we have to increase our fracking to like go over the brink of ecological
To
collapse?
ensure Pemex stability.
The cards are talking about the two-topic area. Your cards are talking about onshore natural gas fields. Where does it talk about offshore drilling?
The piece of evidence I just read, the Mexican Institute of Evidence indicates that there are shale
Technology of
reserves in
fracking
the
is
Gulf of
using
Mexico that the plan extract.
Fracking technology uses liquids and high pressure
Look,
on
you're
shale
either in a
formations
massive
on land.
solvency deficit if you don't extract shale
Oh,
reserves from the
we
Gulf
get
of
that.
Mexico because you don't increase oil production at all then.
We don't do shale, we just do oil, like crude oil. There's a
This is
difference.
talking about natural gas, not oil joint development.
Can I run bonus?
Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah. I'll put it.
Alright, maybe I'll just.
The jump drive isn't showing up. Hey, could you try putting another jump drive? This one's not working for us.
I can try mine.
Wait, the one in ours not working?
No, it's just like the jump drive isn't being recognized.
I need it. He has a no flash. Yeah, I know. This one isn't getting my computer. You want to try this one? You want to try this one one more time? Just try it in a different one.
Like I have. That's showing up.
Let's try this one. Dude, where's the Twinsie card? You got the Twinsie card?
Yeah. Can I use your flash drive?
What is it called?
One in our comments.
Do not see that.
You want to just try emailing it?
Yeah, that works too. MKOO7000, MKOO @gmail.com.
MK7000.
MKOO7000. How much is on this?
Okay, this one is actually not. But he'll email you.
Okay, cool.
You just started.
Alright.
Wait, no, hold on. No.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
You just started.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready? Cannot not going for because the permutations just to test the competition. There's certain immediacy arguments are solved by the fact that we're not going for solves all their offense. However, our interpretation of fiat is good and force fiat to test the different strategy of foreign policy. Also, normally means key processes of the are necessary to analyze the effect which makes the ineffective policymakers who propose utopian ideas of behavior. Interpretation of fiat should be unconditionally immediate, otherwise allows them to feel like all this. That's also process counterplans are uniquely good because they are grounded in literature. All grounded literature plans also conditional because they are conditional to stay from saying we should be this offensive experiment. Also, is key to process education because they learn about foreign processes that are intrinsic to the athlete checks to be studied with now. The politics decide always in terms of case there's no impact deficiency wrong strikes in the two means tried effort to affirmative absent economic stabilizer that America will never lead enforce military changes upon Israel's turn leads to strikes from Iran to escalation of political nuclear war because it integrates international relation and the whole Middle East probability flows affirmative because Middle East is already broiled in internal political conflict means that escalation is uniquely likely. It turns the economy advantage because in times of conflict economies inevitably assert their budgets. We have better internal links to the economy advantage. Anyways, ace of point is that default collapse the international status of the dollar masters in 13 years structural market has been turning into peace effective plan plus safely search plus companies all probably short of running dollar international markets versus volatility dollar right forces call the international community and decides the world's current reserve currency and dollar hedge is key to U.S. economic leadership will call again to be the structural imbalance. The U.S. economy is sustainable. Nation can demand fresh oil from both bullish trades of U.S. dollar. These are only effective for the U.S. dollar currency. U.S. economic military hegemony failure. These points that the failure to raise debt still ensures the collapse of the global economy. Deficit in 90 that's literally how because the government will be able to pay interest on it and so there's no default. Rush the default to the U.S. Government to hold on investment the U.S. economy will collapse far worse than you've ever seen. They would the U.S. government not going through audit temporary extend the U.S. law lose the local economy back the economy lower and recession to the government shutdown Rex CDC body that's key to check outbreaks of disease of G Walker and will the majority employs the TC for love because the government's operation sees operating that's going to not be able to respect level could be a won't be working. CDC's ability to operate with Japanese to come back not able to operate that causes extinction claim in 11 and 12 the EVTs are all over passengers spill over into people animals defy to be able to disease from a global pandemic outbreaks and now the line by line first argument that Obama will careful and pass a group the unique display of Republican opposition to a debt to the Congress dying down are one seeming evidence making for a pretty fantastic claim about the political capital being necessary to push the plan through the Senate. Additionally, here's more evidence on this question being made in 19 used accusing the Senate for waiving the widely defined Obamacare will probably fail. Obama tended the Republicans would fail the government and shutting down the Obama last Republican they know which saw which assumes their Obamacare war and additionally Republicans will cave in which proves that PC's element 912 1 versus strategy Obama and they're going to pursue no policy to domestic just all despite the definition based on of gold not giving any sketches on the deadly defense cost truck that domestic assault to facing serious crisis. This I defer to the Democratic Party prior to companies to said will come we have drawn the lines and despite healthcare Obamacare despite Obamacare debt will be avoided strong and leadership will delay the vote to the next week of man finally Obamacare will definitely delay the close to 2 hours to tell we need a couple of permanent progress now the next argument is that the energy policy flow popular here. First of all you should group the link debate over and you should defer the specificity of our one link evidence which is specific to the TBHA ratification which all of their link evidence is only a couple of 2 or 3 lines talking about potential oil lobbies but they don't have a piece of evidence that oil lobbies are key to the agenda. Also one is the confusion about the version of the bill means we should get new link evidence now. Here's a link that there are multiple versions of the bill which confuses Congress and causes backlash. Bowman in 626 they administer strong taken by public companies which is trying to documents the requirements of the offering act provision would requires requirement to disclosure of U.S. foreign policy governance. These are requirements acting for listing of valid extremely register provisions now. Their link terms prove that its status quo fights will be resolved through coordination which solves the athlete plan only polarizes debate and reignites controversy. The plan sparks debate the GB was provision the clean bill would include the G-Man in fiction for how White House said the proposals actually still revisions directly negatively impact U.S. transparency accountability. Obama can't win by forcing a bill he does too little and angers Republicans or he does too much and anger Democrats. It's a double line. Hobson in 12 reports Obama changing with hopefully adequate aren't really any political capital. Environmental committee has done really for his oil industry. Official committee White House and part independent for Ready and Clean Bill angers oil and business lobby which proves their old lobbies turn wrong to Brampton. Their bill include the oil companies drilling in from the exposure of Trump Bank for percent of old companies by old companies removes. Now winners win. Wait, PC is fine. This is I believe 21 start filing later. A little what he did and all the accomplished. Ideology diversion versus conference and Trump's president political conference version have grown by the card and be a uniquely true second term president. This is Atkinson. He in 312 years started second term political with re-election logic offense and probably Congress President Obama will have top meeting even if Winters is true. Hirsch concedes independent Asian and proud outlinked Hirsch and 70 right by the time attention to political capital and real problems of the plan was public sector government's process not to have the understanding of Frank and the whole course like and Winters lose for Obama Kales in 12 less Obama's passing differential function regardless of and knowledge limits of what they could do. They thus try to create opportunities in the world who see with their way of success.
Can we have the card?
Yes, sir.
Can we do this before pep talk?
Yes.
Can I have a question?
You got it?
Yes.
You started correctly. You have 9.5 million.
Where is the card? Sorry? Where is the card? We
Just
still have nothing.
Control F Mexico Institute 13.
It's not here.
Why don't you just give him your
Yeah,
information?
actually, can you?
that prep?
No, flash.
Oh. Is that prep?
446.
Alright. It'll be Chemex, spills, K, depth seal. Anybody not ready? Alright. Pennsylvania, I'm going to concede the first argument saying that legal until means that no one's going to do it, which is that we're going to not lead to the fracking terms, and we're not going to go for the Pennsylvania, not go for the spills advantage. The spills advantage, we still get the spills advantage because we have conceded the uniqueness arguments that saying that people are going to, Mexico's going to turtle down in Mexico right now, except the only thing that the affirmative does right now is set up a technology transfer between the US and Mexico, which is the only way that we can solve for the things like training, personnel, equipment, all of those things will be sent to Mexico, and they'll give them the safety regulations so that Mexico does not do an oil spill, which is the reason why it solves the biodiversity in the status quo. Oil spill caused biodiversity loss, which was a wasting piece of shield damage. He said the Gulf is resilient. The credit card answers this argument because the credit card says that the BP oil spill put us on the brink, and the only way to do it is that we control unions, which is the reason why even if they try getting it back to the terms, it doesn't link. That will the criticism conditionality to be a voting issue. You messed up the counter. You messed up our interpretation, which is proved around conditionality that interlinked to a blogger standard versus that clash outweighs everything. Clash is the only way we could have a good debate because clash is the only way we can become competent advocates because it allows the introduction of good to office. Multiple condition was prevent that because we don't know where the office is going to be. And later, interlinked to the argument about best policy option because of Kuwaiti under coverage and lack of evidence, the best policy option is not discovered. Pretty on preparation, internally to a research argument too because it forces them a negative to find out the best option before it comes around. Now he says that strategic thinking argument, like argument innovation once again, and pretty on conditionality incentivizes a model of debate where you do all your research before you come around and pick your best option and stick with it, which is the reason why we internally feel no, the rejected argument doesn't make sense. You have to reject the team because conditionality is conditionality. We can't just reject the position. We can't just reject the position. Time and strategy. This 9 doesn't answer this argument. He says reasonability. No, it's not. You made the debate hard because of ignoring the criticism and the counter, which contradict each other too, which is independent voting issue. Not with the depth of the argument. We straight turn this argument into a C. We'll concede all the impacts. That way is not the uniqueness debate. The unique first depth ceiling is not going to price right now. One easy post stage there by one day specifically says that the Republicans are unwilling to negotiate, which is the reason why because they're going to try and get a win off of this and don't want to be perceived as being weak to Obama. You should be furthermore this post stating because we are running a 24 news cycle, which means that every time there's a change it matters. But uniqueness should be the gold standard. Now there's no negotiation that is permanent branch until 1927. 1917, Rainier Canada playing loser their promise cold no butterfly could set off for 2 late the later trying to tackle artists and move to get to 170 will the president will not negotiate with FC who will not accept the measures that will do fund the ACA. There are about 50 Republicans who are willing to know the implication of the bottom limit. Painters told it will be difficult to write. Also, not even the hard rating the GOP will. That's new in 1918. The Republicans who don't think so well, their legislation will congressional peers. No Republican failed to Wall Street Journal Contomer. The surveillance House and leadership like to do that. Now there's no time in tough negotiating process. Outlined in 1918, the Americans have gone again to the brink of fiscal disaster. To fund through Congress solely on negotiations how to decide American runway left, with just 2 weeks until part to go in the and once the U.S. will lose the ability to pay the bill. Democrats will may seem far in the part. This time leaders may be powerless to prevent catastrophe. The 60 members signed with the resolution. Copyright Georgia represents Tom Grace. I'll find the government for the next leader while delaying and defunding costs for Tea Party factor. Single goals of common spending no matter political cause. Even the many conservatives say the goal is not only fancy but also common cause clause. The Sultan House they got 20 cool. Democrats have spoken. GOP counterclause they wait for boner. The mother how they want forward. The many believes that GOP leaders have great leverage taking to level despite the economic consequences and market consequences. GOP so first week of union sounds as a poll cap team versus all poll caps not key. Republicans just don't want to be perceived to lose, which is the reason why they're not going to aggregate. None of their evidence is conclusive, which is the reason why you should prefer our evidence, which certainly says that UP. Now the link today, we have explicitly conceded to AC that we are the House version of bill so that we are not shifting and don't go to this is the reason why your internal links are not consistent, because yes, we will admit that we will qualify with Senate Democrats, except it would be seen as a concession to the House Republicans, because the House passed a bill already. If the theory of political capital is true, that means that the plan will reject political capital and give the GOP what they want. The grant card explicitly says that the energy issues thing like drilling can be used for the GOP, which is a reason why the olive branch will be sufficient to get the GOP on board with the GOP. Now he said that there's a multiple version of the bill. Last argument was answered. Now he says that the GOP does not want a clean bill. We are not the clean bill. We are not doing the dog. We are doing it without the Dodd-Frank Act, which is the reason why the GOP laws are planned. The House bill votes through the passing 6.7. The House has a THA will listen to the bipartisan bill, and also down to the oil lobby, extend the oil lobby link here. All he says is that we don't have a Carson. The oil lobby is key. The police oil lobbies are definitely key to Congress. They hold them Money. Here's more evidence. That's from 2011. Cloud is not winning battles, but make sure they have like oil gas industry, that kind of oil gas industry in Congress. It's so for that even when down to global south, repeal of subsidy didn't change that. Now oil lobbies outweigh from 2011 industry higher. A rated armor stock lobbies are backing up with cash. The industry gets away capital hill. Oil and gas 7.5 billion lobbying since 1998 and March 1998. Also, they have caught a drop in facilities. Evident that lower lobbies are especially key to debt ceiling because they're the only ones with enough power to convince them to be problem. Now the winners win. They pay poll cap is not fine. Now they have now no links on them poll cap, which is the reason why now overloading means that the winners win words. As Coney 2009, Obama's machine faster keeps for everything on sale. If somebody there's no chance of opposition, if you type resident because they the planned population win-win situation. Martin would 5-3. Obama's spoken positive about the recent progress. Further link makes little sense. Premium not overly polarizing. Domestic. In fact, several lawmakers have discovered that they win-win situation. Now the winners lose arguments into causes of Obama first, which is the reason why it does not apply. Which is and also the winners and also he says that it's uniquely key. Except that her challenge is qualifying explicitly. It's like statistically saying that Obama's second term is uniquely different.
That's 10.
Do you have a timer for him?
the critique. Their oil spills. They're actually the fracking advantage. Oil spills advantage. Also. Alright, is everyone good? They have not responded to the fact that harder debates, better debate, which means it is not a question of fairness, but only tells you debaters, even if this is not ideologically convincing debate, is a technical game they have lost instead. Our bases are arguing more conditional advocacy means more research they firm negative has to do to ensure that files are capable of taking into the answers. They also concede that our strategic thinking argument cannot be solved by pre-round conditionality. It forces the affirmative to have tactical, in-round strategic recognition, choice prioritization, and time allocation, which are all critical thinking skills, which means if we help debaters have an in-round decision calculus that's better than affirm that is a real portable skill they can carry into real world, which means that none of their impacts are any scale or further negatively encourages in-round decision making, walk into our fat, which means that it's not unique to pre-round conditionality because strategic thinking in round is what matters, not pre-round. They say reject the argument, not the team, it's not just another form of conditionality. That is not to extend our reasonability or competing interpretations has to be the wrong decision calculus because there's no right line to fairness in education, which means that you have to evaluate real world skills such as advocacy skills, which allows you to make critical decision making. That is the only piece of office we're going to extend our defense. Time and strategy skill has to be inevitable. They have to skill their own time, otherwise the fastest team would always win. The conditionality has to also be inevitable. We have to have means of generating offense, which means that would fill the winning suit with no risk option like topicality. They say we double turn ourselves because the king and counterplan contradict that. It does not matter, the king and counterplan are insulated. We do not make any cross application. They have to prevent at least a potential abuse. They do not have a good in-round abuse, not a good enough in-round abuse to make you win a ballot. Competing interpretation is definitely the wrong decision calculus. They've conceded that your decision cannot set a precedent because you can't vote Aff on theory. This is another technical drop that they cannot vote affirmative on theory because it doesn't prove the resolution to actually. And I'll extend one more argument as a framing issue. Our innovation outweighs responsibility. Constraint conditionality is the only way we can encourage creative risk-taking in round, which means that they got unique education, future participation, college scale debate. If there's only one conditional advocacy, the judges know how the debate's going to work out before it even happens. Between conditionality is the only way that we can measure interaction with flow, which means that critical decision-making skills and in-round tacticality means conditionality is better. Fracking. Taking one advantage where the terms are does not get you out of this debate. Fracking is an intrinsic part of the TBHA. They are not allowed to sever out of the affirmative. It means we have conceded inroads of offense that turn the entirety of the affirmative. They've conceded the turn on oil spills that first fracking bad card in the winning seats says fracking industries aren't required to release their drilling formulas, allowing them to pump fluid and that is toxic into the groundwater. That those valves that hold that fluid don't hold gas too are often badly cemented. That leads to blowouts like Deepwater Horizon, which means that turns the entirety of the only reason they have to vote affirmative this debate. They've also conceded our water wars offense that indicates that there are 30 million liters of natural gas required and 30 million liters of water required for 1 million. That things will come from Texas, which are already in the water shortage. Just that we have to in-round resource impacts because it doesn't mean that Mexican small farmers don't have a resource source in order to fuel their livestock, which means that food crises occur, but they have not responded to the UN advocacy in the case that this makes an impact. And his claim that 65% of the world will not have water soon, which means that this is a conceded in roto offense and methane links are definitely independent of the TBHA is a trans-battery hydrocarbon agreement. More warming, that's existential where it causes irreversible damage to all ecosystem. Warming is an impact that you can never conceive because it causes existential risk and affects all of the ecosystem holistically. Biody. Trading personal equipment does not matter. It does. The plan does also has to invest in increased shale production in order to ensure that Paris can actually increase its scale of production. But they say BP oil spill stays on the rig. This is not true. It indicates that quality person goes down. They can see the fracking bad, which means that we turn the entirety of this advantage. There are two reasons you should reject every piece of 1A argument C stand back in the 2AC because the cost estimate they didn't specify what bill they were until the 2AC, which means that the 1AC strat was skewed because we did not know what link to retail after the 2AC will let you keep your uniqueness out, but to reject the link evidence. Go to the uniqueness debate. Look, you read cards, but he doesn't answer ours. First of all, their negotiating fall warrants are answered by our excellent piece of beam amendments, which is from 2 days ago, and indicates Republican opposition dynamic because of Obama's assertiveness. Here's a call Obama hinted Republicans rebuilding if the government ended up shutting down Obama. Last Republicans are strong evidence indicates that healthcare will be surpassed in order for debt to be voided that is conceded by the one year. All these cards also make a direct PC claim because they're contextualized to debt ceiling. You should reject random assertion. PC and PC only can help you to debt ceiling. I'm still be once you see our Lexus excellent, unique to the political capital lines. Go to the link debate group the entirety of it. Don't buy either Republicans take the plan because they don't get their dog trade coefficient, which turns all of their oil lobbies offense, or Democrats take the fence that they're opposed to fracking oil. Lobbies will also be ineffective. Hobson indicate that the Democratic Party will make a coalition of environmental lobbyists to counter big oil firms, ensuring that oil companies don't get to bypass disclosure agreements. Extend the given items. Transparency and accountability are the basis of Obama's regime, which means that this environmental coalition will take out all of their options. They've conceded that Abilene Hirsch that is an independent agenda. Crowd link that's the Hirsch also conceded that in the context of Obama winners losers, which none of the winners lose off. Wins will spend.
How much time?
You have 446.
Thank you.
How much time do they have? 446. Sorry.
No. You have to call.
Yeah.
So that makes it extra fun, right?
Let's start.
Yeah. It's gonna be the politics advantage, the symbols, and then panics. Is everyone ready? At the end of the debate, you will sign your ballot affirmative for the disadvantage that we have straight up since the 2AC. The outweigh any of the terms that they have added, outweigh any minimal risk of a methane, environmental collapse, and water since that they have no existential impact. For now, go on to this proper. I will start out with the link debate by reading a quote from our past examiner. Today, the House of Representatives passed H.R. 1613, the Outer Continental Shelf Transboundary Hydrocarbon Authorization Act, with a bipartisan vote of 256 to 171. This was an argument made in the 2AC extended in 1 year that it has already passed the House and only in debate and dissent. This is terminal defense for all their terms because the House, the Congress, this chamber in Congress that needs to pass debt ceiling was the House. They have conceded that in the cross-six of the 1NC. It has already passed the House, which means no political capital can be spent in the House. This is just going to be terminal defense. I'm going to extend our grand card right here. It's a fantastic game. It makes a causal link between the debt fight and fiscal budget battle and how Republicans are raging around it. The reason Obama is unsuccessful right now and not able to pass anything in these status quo is because he has to work with and cooperate with the GOP, who has been uncooperative. They have been raging because Obama has been dragging his foot around free offshore area drilling. And if he was able to do that, he would up to the belt costing on the Hill and be able to use that support for it. The main concession they have made is that the Transpacific Hydrocarbon Agreement is a concession to the GOP. They have made no link differential between the Senate and the House, and we are saying that the GOP keeps to pass the debt ceiling. This is not a new 1 year argument because we are able to give the concession to the GOP and get now more with the fiscal flags. Now the second link to it is the oil lobbies link to that they did not only have any answers on. They only said environmental lobbies will backfire, but however they have not read any cards or any warrants why the environmental lobbies will be key to Congress. We have read the 2AC that the oil lobbies are specifically key to the budget battles because they are the ones who fund the election for the Republicans. If that is true, then the Republicans will have to concede on the debt ceiling and fiscal battle and such as continuing resolution because they don't want to lose the support of the oil lobbies because they are pushing it forward. Also, the Frukin card from the 1 year is not a new card either. It says that the oil lobbies have the most influential cars, have tons of millions of cash and will outweigh anything from Obama's political capital. The third link that they had no warrants on is the winners win argument. They just said winners lose at the last 5 seconds of this speech. What does that mean? Obama looks like a badass when he pushes through a transparent hydrocarbon, especially when it is a concession to the GOP. They will think that he is on his side and then regenerates his political capital, which is a link to referendum that they have conceded. They have conceded the con card, which says if Obama keeps on pushing through bills such as the transparent hydrocarbon agreement, it overloads the agenda, fracturing the Republican coalition and anyone against him in the debt ceiling battle, which means he is able to pass for the non-honorable link. Even though they didn't extend any link arguments in the 2 and R, I will answer them all here. First is the Bowman card. This is talking about the Senate version of the bill. Obama doesn't like how the GOP attacks the exemption for oil companies in the HR 1613. The GOP, however, love it. If this card is true, then what Obama doing will be a concession to GOP and look like a foul, giving it a power for the giving him the version of political capital necessary to pass it. Now the Gambit card they read about transparency. Transparency does not matter. We have to clarify since the 2AC that this is a House Republican version of the bill. Even if this is the Democrat version of the bill, the transparency version is attached to Obama and it will still be a concession to the GOP leader. Now the uniqueness of framing it to stick to 2 and R to its one. Don't just call for its evidence and conclude that it's better than our debt ceiling will not be raised by now framing issue. Sherman referenced that the Bain economy and category are just holding off power fight for 2 big defeats. The president not willing to negotiate with Republicans, but Republicans won't cave because there are 30 explicitly that don't care about the debt ceiling. Those Republicans will only do it with a concession. Even if we don't give them Obamacare, we give them oil to be able to pass that. America's luck right now. Obama does not have the power to prevent a catastrophe. The Tea Party only wants to cut spending, which is a reason why they will never pass the Democrats and Republicans are working together, which means that his PC unit links are uniquely false. That's Altman. Now, they say their Beaman card does not talk about Republicans are going to cave in. They just say Obama will probably fail, not that they'll raise the debt limit. Now, the Allen card, Republicans don't care about the political fallout because they think that Democrats will be fair. Now, the Inquisitor evidence says that Obamacare is central to the debt limit. The copper evidence from a week ago only said Obamacare is a sideshow for Republicans. It doesn't assume that GOP is a bill that didn't fund Obamacare. Instead, the client evidence that the White House is unwilling to negotiate even with the GOP. This all our evidence post-state, which is a unique gold standard for the debate. You should look at the debate through the link analysis because this uniqueness will always be presumptuous. The link will determine the direction of the disk that goes into the spills of advantage. They have conceded that uniqueness drilling is going on happening. Drilling will inevitably happen. That means there is no terminal impact to the advantage because fracking in Mexico will always happen. Now, Pemex advantage is where we go. Let me explain the solvency deficit. They said there will be structural advantage, competitive disadvantage to companies if we pass the bill. We have conceded that. That means private companies don't have the incentive to go drill in Mexico. If this argument is true, which we have conceded since 1AR, that means there is no drilling in the Gulf of Mexico, no fracking. Mexico will not go drill. The United States will not go drill. We just free up the offshore energy, which is a concession in itself to the GOP. There is a minimal risk in an Iran strike. It's an existential impact that will outweigh any risk of the biodiversity collapse. That was all their analysis for the net bond.
Yeah, I mean that's what's gonna happen. So line them up.
Alright, I'll get it.
And if you get it to put it on a flash drive, that works.
Yeah.